What's going on YouTube? It's your boy McGriff back with another video, and today it's gonna be like a little breakdown video of why I wanted the car and what all I got planned for the car. I kind of went over some of the stuff previously in my last video about some things that I wanted to do, but this is gonna be kind of like a breakdown video of basically like what it took me to get this car and what all I had to do to attain it, and basically what I'm gonna do to it, because I'm already running into some issues basically right now. Nothing major issues, but just something slight. But like I said, this stuff comes with a lot of money and everything, so you just gotta make sure you're doing the right, making the right decisions for the car. So starting out, we're gonna just talk about why did I want this car. So this goes all the way back to my first car that I ever had. My granddad gave all his kids their first car, right? So my granddad had a bunch of cars down in his house, right? So he had a Grand Marquis, Cutlass, a Bronco, and he had some Chevrolets. He had a bunch of stuff, so basically, right? So what it was, I wanted a Cutlass, but my older cousin, Marco, which was older than me at the time, he ended up getting the Cutlass. But at the time, I'm saying, I'm 13, 12 years old, stuff like that. So, I ain't really too much thinking about a car. I wanted a car, but I ain't thinking about it. So, all of a sudden, one day, Marco got the car, which is the one that I wanted, but like I said, I wasn't really tripping on the car. I was like, shit, I just ended up getting one later on anyway, so I ain't really stunting about a car anyway. So Marco ended up getting a car. My mom ended up calling me one day. I had just got a brand new moped stuff, right? Got airplane stuff flying over. Ended up getting a brand new moped. I think I was like 14 on my way down. 14 going to high school. Just had graduated 8th grade. I think I got it for my birthday. So I was excited about the moped. So I was like, forget it, I don't need no car, I'm straight. So my mom ended up calling me one day and she was just like, hey Tony, I got your car over here. I was like, car? What you mean car? So I was just like, shit. I said, okay, she was at work. So I ended up rushing over to her house. I drove my moped all the way over there and stuff like that. Got in the yard, and when I pulled in, I seen the white Grand Marquis. And I was like, shit, I pulled up, I was like, dang. This is a big old car here, big wide, big long car. So usually my mom keep her keys and stuff in the house. So I was like, damn, let me go in the house and look. So I went in, found the keys, came back out. First thing I did, pop the hood. I said, oh yeah, this thing got a 5.0 up on it, so we good. It was all white, had a half top with a blue, also with the blue interior with a 5.0. So that was my first car, so I was appreciative of the car, so I ended up fixing it up. I probably pop a picture up if I can to let y'all see the actual car. But like I said, I always wanted a Cutlass. The whole time I wanted a Cutlass, but I wasn't tripping, you know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily had no money back then, so I was grateful for what I had. So I always been looking for a Cutlass. So just a couple of years ago, I ended up starting, getting my money and stuff together, and actually, trying to been looking for Cutlass and stuff like that. So I end up finding a couple of them, and every time I end up trying to, Facebook market, trying to come up on some stuff, I end up having the money. Dude probably wanted like $3,500 for it. I'm like, all right, cool, but they always been in like Tennessee, Virginia, and all different type of places. So I end up finding one in West Virginia. End up texting the dude, boom, boom, boom. He told me, he took a picture of it on a flatbed truck. And so I'm like, shit, yeah, if you can bring it down here, that'd be perfect, because I ain't have a truck to go get it. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to go buy a truck and trailer and try to get it all the way down here through these mountains. So I was like, shit, if you can bring me this car, you doing me a favor. So how much you charge me? Dude was like, man, you let me know. I said, well, you tell me, we going back and forth with the price. So no, it was $2,500. So he was like, he was like, what about $500? I was like, shit, I was gonna spend close to $3,000 anyway, so that's perfect for me. Got some bugs out here. But he ended up telling me yeah and all this stuff. He FaceTime me and walking around the car and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want it. Had the original paperwork. Lady ain't drove it in like so many years or whatever. They got it from a friend of a family, so I'm all for it. So boom, I get back to the house, trying to get everything situated. He texted me back. He was like, sold. And I was like, what you mean sold? And he was basically like, I said, I thought we had everything situated. He was gonna bring me the car. Boom, 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 boom. He was like, sold again. So we thinking like well, my wife was thinking it was either sold to me, but I was reading it something different. I was like, nah, he playing me. He's saying he done already sold it, which he did. So I texted him. I said, damn, I thought we had everything situated. This one's gonna text me back and tell me I ain't about to argue with you. So I was like, golly, so ran into that issue. Then I had another guy in York. Had another guy down here, not too far from where I'm at. So I hit him up and I was just like, same thing. He only wanted like $3,500. Now these good condition cars, but they wasn't necessarily running. I was gonna end up putting work into the cars and stuff like that. So I was basically, just trying to get some fix up on it, because I knew I was gonna try to throw a motor and stuff in it. So I ain't really care about it not running, as long as it had a good body, no rust and stuff like that. So I hit this guy up, and he was young too, so I think he was like 18, 19. But I kind of look at people's pages to try to see like, is it like a soul tire car, like this something there? But nah, they be flipping cars. So I was just like, all right, cool, boom. I hit him up, told me the price, boom, I'm going to pick it up. I had to work that day, so I was just like, hey, I'm gonna hit you up on Friday. It was a Thursday and it was a Friday. So I was like, hey, I gotta work Thursday. But man, you come over here, my dad here right now. I should have went, but like they say, if it's for you, it's for you. If it ain't, it ain't. So I always listen to that. So basically, what I ended up doing was I tried to go Friday. I called him. He told me, he said he get off there working 5 o'clock. So I'm like, I'm gonna text him around 5:30 if he needs me back. You know what I'm saying? Let him take a shower and stuff like that, and then we be good. You know what I'm saying? So I text him at 5:30. He ain't never text back. I text back at like 6, 7 o'clock. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Is it okay for me to come through? He ain't never text me the address, so I was just like, I ain't gonna pull up. I can't pull up nobody's house. He text me back at 10:30 that night talking about it's sold. So all that to say is, man, like I say, sometimes you want stuff so bad, but you try to rush it, boom, boom, boom. It ain't gonna go through. So the way I ended up getting this car, this car was I ain't gonna necessarily say overpriced, but it was at a fair price that I wasn't willing to pay, if that makes sense. But I was searching for something, $2,500, $3,000. I'm not gonna say how much I actually paid for the car, but when I seen the pictures, man, I was just like, I got to have it. You know what I'm saying? All, as y'all can see, they got everything. Lights and stuff look brand new. The paint job, everything looks good. The top looks good. The interior looks good. Everything looks good on this car. So I was just like, shit, let me throw some shit out there and see if the guy bite or not, right? Because at this point, I'm thinking everybody's gonna play over me. So I end up hitting the guy up. I was like, hey man, like the car, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Then I'm telling them, I was like, are you interested in a trade? Because I done hit people up a lot of times about a trade. Because I had y'all know I had a Raptor 700 4-wheeler. But I was getting tired of the 4-wheeler. So basically, my mom ended up wanting me to get the 4-wheeler out of her house, which I could have put it at my house, but I used to, do some stuff at my house. So I didn't want the 4-wheeler at I wanted the 4-wheeler at my house, but there was no way to ride. So I could ride it at my mom's house and be close to where I'm at. I didn't have a truck, and that was my next thing to actually try to get. So Mom wanted the 4-wheeler at her house, so I was like, shit, let me trade the 4-wheeler, sell the 4-wheeler, get the money, and go get something that I really want. So I hit him up. I said, you interested in the trade? He was like, yeah, what you got? I sent him a picture of the 4-wheeler. He was like, oh, okay, I like that. Boom, boom, boom. So I was like, cool. Then he was like, how much money you're gonna give me? And I was like, you tell me. And he was like, well, what you think? So I shot him a price. He turned it down. And so he shot me a price back, and I was like, man, that's a good price, because the price that you're giving me for my 4-wheeler is actual true price that I end up having a 4-wheeler for. So I was like, 2 birds with 1 stone. got rid of the four-wheeler, gave me some money that I was already gonna spend on the car anyway, so I basically got what I wanted. So it was a great deal. Had my brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, come down here with the truck and the trailer, just in case. We end up taking the four-wheeler all the way down there, up there basically, looking at the car. When the guy pulled the car out, as y'all seen in the video and everything about the car was perfect condition to me. Now, you know what I'm saying, I done did my little walk around and stuff like that. It got a few hiccups, but there's nothing really major wrong with the car. It's just small stuff that I didn't see that day, and you wouldn't be able to see it unless you lift the car up. So, ended up getting the car. I was happy with my purchase and everything, and got the car back down here. You know, I had to go get all my paperwork and stuff done, because originally this car was from Kentucky. Guy ended up driving the car 7 hours down from Kentucky to where he stays at in North Carolina. So I knew the car was in good condition just because, you know, he was able to drive it and do everything else with it. But he never, I guess, put a title and stuff on the car down here because he didn't have time. You know, that's what he does. He ended up buying cars, he ended up selling them, trading them, or whatever he does. That's what he does for his business. So I ended up getting the car, driving it back home, getting the title and everything done. And I knew I had an oil leak and stuff, right? So ended up taking it the other day to go get the oil leak and stuff so-called fixed, but it's not necessarily fixed. So what I found out was it got a leak coming from the what you call that, the gasket. So I got to go get another gasket put in. But I just talked to my guy because I'm thinking about doing an engine swap, LS swap. So he basically kind of telling me, you know, ain't no point even doing that if you're gonna go ahead and get another motor. I mean, it is a point to do it if I'm gonna drive the car, but I'm thinking about doing this fairly quick. So talked to him. He ended up telling me he was getting an LS. I mean, he already got an LS. A guy didn't come pick it up from the machine shop, so everything is already ready. I got a motor, got a trans, I got everything already ready for the car. So I'm thinking about snatching this motor out, go ahead and put a brand new motor in here, LS swap, because the car has, I think it's a V6 305, is it 305? Something like that, whatever it is, in the car. The car is not that fast, but it rides, you get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end up spending some money to put the gasket in the car and do some more work. Because I end up finding that the tailpipe is rusted out, so I end up trying to go get another pipe put on the car. I mean, not yet, but actually see how much it is, because I'm gonna end up taking it off and putting another one on anyway. So, but since I already talked to my guy about the motor, we gonna run full exhaust anyway. So got a lot of, like I said, got a lot of plans for it already, but everything is coming so fast because the motor stuff is starting to come, and the motor is cheaper than what I thought it was. So it's basically a deal to go ahead and put that motor in, get everything situated. Now I ain't got to worry about nothing up under the motor. Now everything is just exterior wise and cosmetic. So like I say, some more stuff that I'm end up doing to it. Y'all still didn't comment down below and let me know, should I tint it or should I not tint it? I like the little tint that it got on it right now, but it's like a little purple tint, but it got a lot of, like, it ain't good, you know what I'm saying, a lot of scratches and stuff in it. But I'm gonna end up retinting the car. I'm thinking about retinting it. Might go like 5% all the way around just so you can't see up in the original paint. Everything, I'm keeping it the same exact way. I like these lights, but I ain't gonna end up messing with them. I think I wanted the LED lights, but I just think this would look a lot cleaner. And instead of me, I wanted to change these lights right here to the white lights instead of the actual orange light. But it's just little small stuff. I'm like I said, I'm gonna drop the motor in it, and we're gonna get a lot of sound out of it. Because that's basically all I'm, you know, that's all I really want. I want the sound and the power. That's all I really care about the car. Everything else, I ain't even gotta put no wheels on the car because the wheels to me are perfect. I like the car, everything about the car. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, this is really what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Now, the only thing different that I really wanted about the car that I wasn't able to get in this type of condition, most of the people gonna know in the comments, so, but I did want the European front grille. If y'all know, the European front grille is like a plastic, you know what I'm saying? But this done grew on me so much, I really like the way this look. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't like how this looked because I always kept seeing people shit chip, cracked, or whatever. But this is in perfect condition, so I really like this. And it makes the car look a lot better, you know what I'm saying? The European front grille, you know, it got the one piece to go all the way across, but it's like a cover. But them lights and stuff is, you know, like how, what's that stuff you call that stuff that's on the light? Makes it look cloudy or whatever, it don't look good. So I kind of like these. Because if I don't like this, I can pull this whole light out and just put another one under. So, best of both worlds. And somebody in the comments on my last video basically called my car the bottom of the bucket because it ain't got the power option. Bro, I don't want no power option now that, you know what I'm saying, the car is almost 40, it is 40-something years old, just because all that shit gonna go out, you know what I'm saying? Power windows, I roll it up, push it up, the motor go out, now it's stuck, now the motherfucker leaking, you know, just a lot of stuff. So I end up liking the non-power option because it ain't gonna go out. Hell, if the window get off track, the window get off track, I just put it back on track and wind it back up. But the seat, hell, I'm the only one driving the car, so every time I get in the car, it's gonna be where I sit it at. So you can call it what you want to call it, but I got what I want, I like what I got, you know what I'm saying? So you can go get the 442 here. And then the craziest thing is, I had a 442. I was just waiting on the guy to do what he was gonna do, but it took so long, so I was just like, hey, forget it. Let me go ahead and get this. This car's already riding, I ain't gotta do too much to it. The other car, I would have had to put some paint, I would have had to put a paint on it. But, you know, with a 442, I gotta go back, really, back OG 442, you know, with the black, with the gold line or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The only difference was the seats and the motor. But if I know what I knew now, I probably would have kind of waited a little bit, you know, because it already had a 350. I could have drove that a while, but I'm putting the LS in it, so pretty much that's what my little updates or whatever. I am still gonna go my rims or whatever. I'm thinking 2060, but like I say, all this stuff is money because I end up pricing out the damn QA1 suspension, and that's like $3,000, $4,000. They got different tiers. The top tier is $7,000 with the sway bars, with adjustable arm control arms, and everything. That's like $7,000 just for the suspension. The other tier is like $5,000, and the other tier is $3,000. But I think the only one that I need is the $3,000, which is basically the coilovers and stuff like that, and adjustable arms. So all this stuff is really money. And I end up going to my audio shop. End up trying to find some speakers for the car. So I'm gonna end up getting 2 front speakers replaced and the back one. But I already thought that the front ones was playing, but the back ones, I think only one of them's hooked up. But I'm gonna end up jumping back there and pulling them out. So I thought I could just buy the speakers, hook them up, but the actual speakers gonna actually have to be all the way ran. So I'm thinking about putting the amp and everything in it also. So all that shit coming, man. I just don't want to get too ahead of myself because I'm finna end up jumping out here and going to get a motor. So if y'all know, you know, cheap LS swap, you're gonna spend like 10, 15,000, you know what I'm saying, on a good LS swap, everything. So we gonna go ahead and jump out here, you know, deep with it. Go ahead and get the motor, we knock all that stuff out, everything else fall in place. So that's what we gonna do. I want y'all to stick along for the ride, you know what I'm saying? Come along with the journey, man, because I'm finna turn up real quick. Y'all gonna be like, damn, that shit didn't take long. So, you know, I'm investing into myself right now. Finna take a chance, you know what I'm saying? I already spent some money to buy the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put in a little overtime at work, try to get my little money back right, because this shit finna hurt my pockets real fast. So, y'all like the video, comment, you know what I'm saying? Share the video. Let somebody else know that's doing a Cutlass deal. And shit, like I said, I'm gonna do some stuff by myself too, because the reason why I want to go with my the guy that's doing my LS, because I can go down there and get some footage while they working on it. You know, most people don't really like people working on watching them work on their cars and stuff like that. But shit, I can go down there, set the camera up. Cause hell, he told me he had an LS in there in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? 3 days, boom, boom, boom. But he got everything. So, but the only thing is, ordering all the stuff that we end up having to order. So I'm thinking about doing a flow shifter and everything, but I don't know. We're gonna figure all that stuff out, but gotta have the money and stuff up front, so you know, we're gonna get it done. And like I say, ain't too much cosmetic that I gotta do. We're gonna get the motor in there, and we're gonna be running. So, but that's just a quick little update video, man. I just had to figure out something. Like I say, the leak, the small oil leak, you know, there's nothing really too major. That's the only really thing with the tailpipe is rusted. But like I said, you weren't able to see that unless you get up under the car. When I bought the car, you know what I'm saying, I looked up under it. He said that it was a little leak or whatever from the oil or whatever. So I was just basically like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying, I ain't tripping on the oil leak as long as the body good. But we don't have no rust other than that tailpipe that's back there. Everything up under the car looks good, all black. But, like I said, I feel like I got a very strong foundation car that I want to do. And a lot of people are going to be like, man, I'll leave the car alone. But, hey, man, I've been wanting this car so long, can't nobody tell me what to do. Buy your own car, you do it the way you want to. And if you like how I do mine, just respect it. But if you don't, you know what I'm saying, your opinion, your opinion. I can't mess the car up. Why? Because that's the way I want it done. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate y'all watching, man. I'll catch y'all in this next video. And, man, we finna get to it, man. Ain't no talking no more. We finna put everything in perspective. We finna go ahead and get to it. So these next videos, y'all gonna start seeing stuff coming in. Y'all gonna see stuff getting done. We ain't talking no more about boom, 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 boom. What we finna do, we finna go ahead and get straight to it. All right? Man, I'll catch y'all in this video. Appreciate y'all watching. Yes, sir.